Hardcore Minecraft. One life, no response. It changes the entire dynamic of the game so that every one of your decisions count. And the moment you make a mistake, you lose everything you built. And today, I'm gonna dive into the psychology behind what makes hardcore Minecraft so attractive. There are a lot of reasons why hardcore is so attractive to players. The main reason is the fact it presents a huge challenge. Survival, even on the hardest difficulty, is not that hard. So the inclusion of that extra rule of never being able to respawn again in hardcore mode helps crank up the difficulty and pose a challenge for new and old players alike who are looking for a harder gameplay experience. Because as soon as you die, you lose hours of work in progress. This fear of loss is one of the major reasons behind the charm of hardcore Minecraft. Humans are wired to respond to risk and reward, and the risk of permanent death adds a layer of excitement to the game. This potential loss makes every action feel more significant and makes surviving much more rewarding. This constant threat of death increases the stakes to be much higher during gameplay. Every decision matters, whether it's exploring a cave, building very high, engaging or running away in or from combat with hostile mobs. Every encounter with mobs becomes a battle for survival. Finally, the challenge of surviving with only one life feeds into the player's desire for accomplishment. It feels like a personal challenge for players who have only played survival before, and even helps develop stronger connections to the game. Overcoming this challenge requires skill and strategy, which you develop as you progress. And every successful playthrough becomes a badge of honor, adding to the player's sense of achievement over the game. Another reason is that it can be much more immersive. The immersion in a hardcore world is just much stronger, as players need to pay attention to every single detail in their surroundings when trying to survive in such a world. Are you familiar with the concept of mindfulness? In psychology, mindfulness means being aware of your thoughts, feelings, and what's happening around you right now. When you're playing in a hardcore world, you're practicing mindfulness without even realizing it. The fear of death makes you focus closely on the world, resources, and dangers like mobs or pitfalls. This awareness is crucial for survival. It helps you stay alive in the game and feels more connected to it. It's like being in tune with everything around you, just like mindfulness teaches. These are moments that you cannot find when you play in a survival world because there is no sense of loss. At most, you will lose your tools and materials, but you always have the option to get those tools and materials again. There are not many things in Minecraft that are completely limited after all. Overall, hardcore Minecraft's immersion is driven by psychological principles such as fear of loss and mindfulness, and it helps enhance the player's connection to the game world. It makes each and every moment feel significant and every decision impactful. One more reason is that it helps you develop a unique playstyle. If you are getting bored of playing normal Minecraft and doing the same things in each world, hardcore mode is definitely for you. It forces you to develop a unique playstyle to play through the new, more challenging world. You cannot rely on respawn or take unnecessary risk, so you have to think creatively to survive. This encourages puzzle solving and experimentation with new styles of playing. The need for long-term survival also encourages players to plan ahead. You are more likely to invest time in food farms and bigger and functional bases. Now let's get deeper into something I said before: greater risk and greater reward. Imagine if after an hour or two you finally get your first diamond. Which mode will make it more significant? Hardcore or survival? For a lot of people, getting diamonds will feel more significant in hardcore mode because of the greater risk involved. The greater risk gives the feeling of a greater reward. There's an amazing feeling of accomplishment when you survive a night of hardcore. Every adventure in the nighttime is thrilling, unlike the average game of survival. That is everything I wanted to talk about, but there's one last thing that I want to tell you guys. After everything we've discussed here, should you try hardcore mode? Well, it all depends on the player. A casual or beginner player who's looking to play the game should stick to survival, as playing hardcore can be difficult for them. Another type of player who should avoid hardcore Minecraft is the one who loses interest in games really quickly. Like me. Yes, I am one of those people who quickly loses interest in games, and I know the moment I lose a world that I've worked on for more than 20 hours, I'll definitely stop playing for a while. If you are anything like me, try to avoid it. Although you can always cheat and get the world back, but at that point, why not stick to survival mode? In the end, all that matters is you have fun and play the game how you like. And also, just for a side note, don't bring other people down for playing or not playing hardcore Minecraft. Just because everyone is playing hardcore now doesn't mean your or anyone else's survival game is worthless now. It is impressive because you built it. Thank you for watching this video. If you found it interesting, please check out this video and please subscribe.